Now, I just want to say, I'm fully aware how awesome it is to host a talk show. I get to meet so many incredible and talented people every day. And all I have to do is show up to the studio. But it wasn't that long ago that I was meeting and greeting celebrities the way everyone else does, by waiting in line for hours. Yo, when I was younger, I waited in super long lines to meet The Rock. And of course, it was always worth it. Because I wanted to smell what The Rock was cooking, and it turns out it was my teenage hormones. Meet and greets are kind of a new thing. Like, all of your grandparents loved the Beatles, but you couldn't meet them if you tried. But now at every concert, for an extra $500, you can go backstage and see Snoop Dogg up close and personal and get such a bad contact high that you won't even remember a second of it. Even though meet and greets have become more common, they're not for everyone. Here's a video of a meet and greet the Dobre brothers did recently. Just for the record, all is correct. Just for the record, those were the actual Dobre brothers, not their wax figures. When I do meet and greets, it's important to have a moment with every fan, even if it means hugging 1,000 people. The good news is I've had every strain of the flu that's ever existed. A germaphobe could never do what I do, so I get it, Avril, I get it. Personally, I try to make sure I see everyone and I at least shake their hand. I'm kind of like Elizabeth Warren in that way, but I'm 100% Indian. But it's not always easy. Sometimes my fans can be nervous, and they say things they don't necessarily mean. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten, "Whoa, you're actually, like, really pretty in real life." It's just like anytime I go on a Tinder date, y'all, the same thing. And sometimes, this is a true story, I get an entire letter from someone who says, "I'm your biggest fan. You mean the world to me. I love you. No one loves you more than me." And then they spell my name L-I-L-Y with one L. On the other hand, you'll have a bright future working as a barista. Y'all, straight up, at a coffee shop, I'm lucky if I get Lily with one L. That's best case scenario. They usually spell my name Lilo, Jasmine, or just doctor. You know, it's confusing. Now, I usually don't let fans take videos because then it's a never-ending sea of requests. People saying, "Can you take one for my best friend who couldn't be here? She's your #1 fan." And I'm just like, "Aw, why couldn't she come? Is she sick?" And they're like, "Oh no, she wanted to go to the gym. You know, can't skip leg day." I've signed so many things at meet and greets. Everything from books to boobs to babies. After a day of signing things, I feel like I have carpal tunnel. The only person with a sore wrist is a 13-year-old boy who just got internet. But I've met so many interesting people at my meet and greets. One time, someone brought their emotional support lizard to a meet and greet. It was on their shoulder the entire time, and I didn't even realize it. In my defense, it was a chameleon. So. And I did a show in India right after I announced that I was bi. And this is true. At the meet and greet, almost 50% of my audience came out to me. It was really powerful. But when one woman did it, it was especially heavy. Because I was like, "I just signed your baby and your husband is here." Sometimes people tell me really sad stories when they meet me. But here's the thing. We only have like 30 seconds. So after 25 seconds of hearing about their breakup, I have to like cut them off and say, "Okay, well, cheese." And that time limit can make it really tough to give the fans what they want. On several occasions, I've had fans say, "Can you sign this for me? I'm gonna get it tattooed on my body." And I have 5 seconds. I can't tell you how many people are out there with a Lil Sin tattooed on them. I'm Lil Sin. And my fans are are very generous. They're the best. A while ago, that's what's up. A while ago, I mentioned in a video that I liked Skittles, and my fans kept bringing them to meet and greets. So then I mentioned I liked Ciroc Berry Vodka. And they kept bringing me that, too. So, tonight, I'm going on record to say Lilly Singh loves private jets. Let me have this work, Team Super, you're the greatest.